Hi, I'm Elemi from Yeyeobotanica. Welcome back. It's so great to see you all. It is so wonderful to see you all. Thank you for coming back and sharing us with others. Remember, we're www.Yeyeo, and we're a spiritual and wellness supplier, which is why I do videos about all things spiritual. Remember to give us a thumbs up, hit the bell for notifications, and definitely subscribe to our channel if you enjoy the content today. So, I want to shout out all my people from Ontario, Canada. Woohoo! So great to see you all. Thank you for the love. Today, we have all had this moment in life, feeling stuck, feeling like we have no idea what's next, where's life going, and so on. So today, we're going to talk about 5 signs that you may be stuck and some wonderful things to do about it. So, let's get started. Today I thought we could talk a little bit about this idea of being stuck. I noticed that in reading thousands of people, that is a comment that comes up a lot. And I've thought about in my own life some of the things that I've done to unstick, get out of a rut, be impassioned myself, right? So I thought today I could give you 5 very distinct ways and things to look at to get clarity about, to know whether or not you're stuck. And if you stay till the end of the video, I'm going to show you some great things to do to start to get movement going. So this idea of being stuck is, first, you will notice that you're not inspired. You're not inspired. You're not able to get up in the morning and feel like, boom, this is what I'm going to do. Oh, I'm going to eat this day. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this, right? This fire, your sacral, root chakra, at times, the vibration is low. And so if you haven't seen my aura video, definitely watch that. I have aura video in addition to low energy and how to clear your aura. And those are things also, just as an aside, are things that you can do to help yourself. But today it's about being able to check these 5 things off the list. And one of them is feeling uninspired. The inspiration, that's where inspired comes from, right? This idea of being, this inspiration just coming up in you, making you feel, oh, I can think about the future. I can think about the next thing. I can think about the next thing. And here and here and here, where you're just wanting to achieve all these things, right? And that directly ties into motivation. If you're not inspired, then you're not going to be motivated to take the next step. So they follow each other, right? And so motivation has motion built into it. So we get inspired, then we start taking action. If you notice, if those things are not happening, these are signs that you may need to get out of a rut. No desire, right? Motivation equals action. Desire prompts action, right? So we've got inspiration, motivation. Things are not growing. You don't really see anything changing. It's kind of like you're hitting the ceiling, right? So there are people who in their careers, they'll say, oh, well, you know, my career isn't really growing. I've been doing the same thing for the last X amount of years, or I'm jumping from one job to the other. I'm doing all these different things, but it's not connecting. I don't see myself getting to the next level. And so that also is a sign that you may be in a rut. Or, as I like to say, and many of us in the spiritual world says, especially in the Ifa tradition. And so just as a side, if any of you have had Ifa divination or divination with Dilogun, with the Orishas, one of the signs or one of the negativities is stagnation. So stagnation is being stuck. The water's not moving, it's just sitting there, right? You're not moving, you're just sitting there. Similarly so. So your life is not growing would be the third. People, places, and things. Nothing's changing. Same people, same places, same things, same actions, same clothes, so on and so forth, right? And our fourth thing is, you want to change, but you're not committing to the change. It's like in the head, we've all had it, where you're thinking about this thing over and over and over, and every day, oh, I need to change that, oh, I need to change that. But there's a part of us that's so comfortable with that thing, whatever that thing is, people, places, or things, right? That includes actions. So this idea of, I really see this to be something that needs to change, but we're not committing to that change. And so again, if you stay to the end of the video, we'll talk a little bit very quickly about some things to do to push yourself and prompt yourself into action. So that's the fourth one, wanting a change and not committing to it. And our fifth one is not being passionate, not finding that thing that says, I got to do that. If I do nothing else, got to do that, right? So for people who, let's say you've drastically changed your financial situation, may not have been making a lot of money or not being able to take care of your obligations, you may have been motivated, inspired, and got passionate about getting more money. So how did you do that? Maybe going out and getting another job, changing jobs, maybe extending your education, getting a certificate, learning a new skill. So our fifth thing is passion. And if you notice, I just gave you some tools to get into that passion if money was an example. Let's say that being impassioned about losing weight, that passion, we keep talking about, you know, my clothes is too tight, or my clothes is too loose, maybe gaining weight. Whatever it is, you need to be impassioned about it. You get up in the morning, this is what you're thinking about. You're walking in the street, this is what you're thinking about. You're driving in your car, you're thinking about that. If those things are not happening, you're stuck and it's time to get out of a rut. And so I gave you some ideas about changing your financial situation if that's what your stuck thing is. But one of the first things that I would say, and I'm going to give you a few of them, and then I'm going to show you one or two things to use at the same time, is you must change your routine. Whatever you're doing, if you're stuck, it doesn't make a difference what you're stuck in, you need to change your routine. So as an example, the water element. This is a spiritual bath. This one is Ruda. Ruda removes blockage and is good for money drawing and opening things up. And definitely for removing curses, because sometimes people feel that they have negativity that's slowing them down. So we've got the water element, right? And the water element is going to be extremely important for breaking being stuck, stagnation, because stagnation comes from the water's not moving, right? So we want to move that. So this is an empowerment spray that we sell, which I absolutely love. It's made out of essential oils. This is to substitute from using incense, the empowerment spray. Again, water element, right? We want to get things moving. If you do too much incense, you need to break it up with the water element, right? Taking salt water baths. This is Himalayan sea salt, Himalayan salt. You can use this in spiritual washes. You can also mop your floors with it. You can bathe with it. Changing up your routine, changing up the time that you get up, changing the time that you go to sleep, changing what you wear, changing it up. If you're always wearing white, break it up with color. If you're always wearing red, maybe change the color to blue or something else. If you don't wear hats, maybe start wearing a few scarves. If you wear scarves a lot, maybe not, right? Change your way of looking to yourself up so that that will start to reprogram your mind. And lastly, I would say to focus on your passion. So if someone says, I don't know what my passion is, well, there's got to be something you want to do all the time. But we're talking about things that you're doing by yourself in the world. So for all of you that were thinking about passion, Elemi, we're going to think about things like, do you want to dance, cook, sing, travel, whatever it is, that is something that fills you and makes you express yourself. And then the last thing that I would say is, it's great to do things in the elements. It's wonderful to do things in the elements. And that is maybe the fundamental way. And so one sweet thing that I want to share with you now, for those of you who say, I hear that, but I have a lot of anxiety, I have a lot of fear, I have a lot of feelings that kind of stop me from thinking about these things. We also have anxiety ease. And this can help to smooth out the rough days where you have something that you can take that is all natural, that is non-addictive, to help you to just kind of be more at ease, because that's why it's called anxiety ease, so that you can focus on the things that you're inspired about, motivated, impassioned, focused on. I want to hear what you have to say. Let me see your comments below. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and share us with others. And see you next time. Ashe, ashe, ashe.